Yeah,
Oh,
you
that's
did
not
see
good.
that.
Hey, Jacob, surprise, you've just been traded.
To where?
Colorado Avalanche. Just kidding. I'm not Kevin Weeks. I'm me.
I'll go to Colorado.
Honestly. But yeah, hey, welcome back. We're going to talk about the NHL trade deadline now. And that was my impersonation of Kevin Weeks, who was literally on top of every single trade on the day of the deadline, which was, I believe,
March 21st,
March
2022 at 3
21st.
p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Thank you, Jacob. And today is April 4th, and I
5th.
5th. Oh, and I finally get to talk about it. So, welcome to my top 5 trades of the deadline.
And we'll be right
We'll
back.
see
with
if
the
And we'll be
segment next
right
week.
back. We're going to cut to commercial.
We'll see if it actually is the top 5.
This show is brought to you by Cheese Whiz.
But
anyway-
Philly.
But anyways, we're going to go from 5 to 1. 5 to 1.
By the way, the numbers screwed up. I'm just warning you. I think you do see it.
Oh, no, yeah, it was like that when I wrote it.
Okay.
So I'm just going to go from the bottom to the top.
Can I give an honorable mention to start?
Of course you
And
can.
actually, well, I want to say 2 things.
Go ahead.
One, Jack Hughes, thanks for being awesome.
Yeah,
Get
Jack
well
Hughes
soon.
out for the rest of the season.
Yeah,
Devils
get-
fans. I should tell George that he'll be very sad.
Get well soon, Jack Hughes. We love you. You're a beast. And just be healthy next year.
You're
We
still
love
hotter
you.
than Jack Hughes.
What's up?
You're still hotter than Jack Hughes. Never forget
Yeah,
it.
Danny, you're still harder than Jack Hughes. Just wanna
Never
let you know.
forget it.
Never
forget.
forget.
All right, here we go.
Never forget. But with that being said, the
gonna-
Devils trade at the deadline traded for a goalie.
Hang on, I gotta get it. Let me just get another better.
Okay. The Devils traded for a goalie who was in a
He needed
contract.
goaltending. So
Yes,
true. They needed goaltending.
who was on a contract year
Oh, that's maybe an extension, or you can re-sign this guy.
and on the IR,
Yeah,
who didn't have a timeable return,
Did he? Well, it's been like 2 weeks. Did he?
who
return?
did play
Did he?
and blew a 5-goal lead to the Florida Panthers in the third period.
Well, the Florida Panthers are really
That's
good.
what
They
I
are
said.
the only team to clinch.
I said
It's a 5-goal lead.
Well, Danny, I got 2 words for you. Get good. Because the Devils are eliminated from playoff contention.
I have
as
2
of right
more
now.
words. We're
What?
trying.
Not hard enough.
I know. We need to change a lot, but we did that. That was the only trade. we
Speaking of the
made.
Panthers, Vin, would you like to go into the 2 trades that the Panthers made?
I would love to. So coming in at number 5 of my trades, we have the multiple trades of the Florida Panthers. I would put them both on this list separately, but Florida just made so many moves, and they are now so stacked, I had to combine them. The first move they made was Ben Sherratt that they traded for. They got Ty Smolonic, a 2023 first and a 2022 fourth round pick. And they also traded for Claude Giroux of the Philadelphia Flyers captain for as long as I can remember. Ever since I was able to conceive hockey, Claude Giroux has been the captain of the Flyers, and they traded him. And I mean the return. Philly got Owen Tippett
And a first and a third.
and a first
Yo, what's up?
and a
That's
first
Kevin.
and a third.
What's up, Kevin?
Hi, Kevin.
Okay, Danny.
What's
All
up,
right,
dude?
Danny just knows random people now, like my own father.
He's a Starbucks
Murph.
guy.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, it's a Starbucks guy.
Oh, I've heard about this.
Yeah. So currently, right now, Jacob so graciously put it in. I appreciate that. Florida is 6-1 with Sherratt and Giroux. Sherratt has a goal, 3 assists, but averaging around 20 and a half minutes on the ice, and he's got a -2 plus. And your boy Claude Giroux's got no goals, 7 assists, averaging about 19 and a +5.
Yeah, so they're getting very solid minutes out of these guys.
Oh yeah.
Florida really pushing in. I mean, one of the best teams in the best team in the East,
The literal best
probably
team
by
in the
far.
East.
They're all in on bringing a title to Sunshine,
Yeah,
Florida.
nothing matters though
They are-
until the
they're not
playoffs.
in Miami.
baby.
They play in Sunshine.
They play in Sunshine.
They do not
They
play in the FTX.
You know, it's
formerly known
different.
as
It's
AAA.
different because it's the Stanley
They
Cup
do not.
playoffs. So
It'll always be the.
We'll see.
But they are. It'll be the AAA.
we'll see.
Yeah.
They could be the Toronto Maple Leafs of the Eastern. The Toronto Maple Leafs are in the Eastern Conference.
That is
but they
very
could be
true.
the Toronto Maple Leafs and just.
Yeah, but again, Florida is going all in, which is honestly good to see out of a smaller market and a team that really has had problems, maybe like attendance and all that, but seeing the ownership push for a cup, it's good to see. I think part of that also rubs off with Tampa winning back to back.
Yeah, I was gonna say too. Though, I feel like I never see Florida be good.
The Panthers?
Yeah, I feel like
no.
they're never good. It's like this is like the first time they've been good. The last time I remember them being good when I was like 12 and the Devils beat them in the playoffs.
Fun fact: the first game I ever watched was a Ranger Panther game. I think Rangers won 4-3.
Nice.
Really, the first game I watched, I think, was Rangers Ducks.
My first was
They won
Devils.
that game as well.
My first
4-2.
one was Devils Flyers.
Yeah.
My second one was Devils Flyers. My third one was Devils Flyers. Went to a lot of Devils.
I went to a
Flyers games,
Devils
don't know.
Islanders game.
Oh no, I meant like first game
I
I
went to
like,
that one too.
watched like.
Oh, live.
Did you? Is that the
Like,
game Sean Bergen? Did you go to the game Sean Bergenheim scored a hat trick?
Vin, I don't know who Sean Bergenheim is.
Then you're not a true fan of hockey. Okay.
Learning the game.
Yeah, but okay, real quick before we move on to the next trade, I want to say one thing, little more serious. Last week, Ottawa Senators owner Eugene Melnyk passed away. I just wanted to say our thoughts are with the Melnyk family and the Ottawa Senators organization. It's tragedy. It really is, and I just wanted to cover that before we moved on.
I don't know who dude is. Rest in peace.
Owner of the Ottawa Senators.
There you go.
I don't want to curb stomp on his grave, but he was a crappy owner. I'm just gonna put that in there.
Yeah, I mean,
Jake, that's just kind of a.
he
it's
didn't
kind of
have
just
the
a
best track record of being an owner, but it's
kinda-
still gotta
Yeah,
talk about it. Well, let's go.
I understand.
Let's go number 4, shall we?
Just want to give
Danny.
some
Danny, how do you say 4 in French?
un deux trois quatre.
Cat.
Quatre.
All right,
Cat.
moving on to
stuff.
how do you say
Cat.
number in French again, Danny? Me and Danny took the same French class, but I
Nombre?
nombre.
No, that nombre is Spanish. Shoot.
George watched Devils Rangers. Thanks, George.
Go George. We love you, George.
George Poggers. All right, let's go number 4. It is the Rickard Rakell trade to the Pittsburgh Penguins, and everybody thought the Penguins were dead in the water this season. I did as well, but unfortunately, you can never kill Sidney Crosby. He's the bane of my existence.
Why do they think they were dead? What happened?
Because they were just like not good.
And
they
then
just-
Sidney Crosby was like, "Yeah,
Oh, wait,
I'm
Sidney Crosby said, I'm going to start playing hockey now. But yeah, so the Penguins traded for Rickard Rakell, who's probably one of the tops. He was one of the top scorers in Anaheim, although he hasn't scored more than 20 goals since 2018, I believe. So like it's a kind of iffy trade. I know the Rangers were on him, and I as a fan was a little hesitant for the Rangers to make a stab at him because I haven't seen something great from him in a long time. So anyways, just some little information. Anaheim also got a package for Rickard Rakell, which is I'm glad the Rangers didn't trade for him because they would have had to give up a lot. The Anaheim got Zach Aston Reese, Dominic Simon, Kyle Klein, and a 2nd-round pick. So that's 2 NHL players, or an NHL player, an AHL player, a prospect, and Callie Klein, and a 2nd-round pick. It's a lot of players, and I mean the pick too, but like that's a lot to dig into. And Rakell right now in Pittsburgh, they're 3-3-1. He's got 5.3 goals, 2 assists, averaging 16 minutes, which isn't,
I feel like with that package, like even just looking
I
at
mean-
the Giroux and Sherratt trades, that's
I don't know
probably
if he's
not.
Is Rakell playing top 6 right now?
I don't know. I don't know. I've literally been only watching college basketball for the last 2 months.
Yeah.
Like
mean-
I barely know what's going on in the NBA.
I mean, yeah. Well, you'll know though. I mean, hockey.
Yeah,
No, I'm being dead serious. I really don't know what's going on in the
Rickard
NBA.
Rakell's on the
I don't
second
know
line. I
what's
at least
MVP.
expect him to play at least 20 minutes.
Yeah,
At least, like he's the second line left wing as of today.
Second line. That's like good.
That's
right?
top
Yeah,
6.
there's
You wanna
4
be,
lines.
You want to be a top 6.
Okay.
yeah. There's 4 lines. There's 3 ringers on each
Yeah.
one, so top 6 would be top 2 lines.
Okay.
So that's where you would.
This
That's
trade-
exactly where you'd want them.
Yeah, I mean, but Pittsburgh hasn't been really doing well since that trade. I mean,
No,
Zach Aston Reese is one of their better bottom 6 forwards.
they're kind of just treading water.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess it takes. Does it factor in the fact that it takes time to adjust?
Factor in the fact.
Factor in
well,
the
also when you're
fact- I
throwing
can't
out
talk.
Friedman and Ruedel on defense on the 3rd line, it
I
doesn't
mean,
really help.
Yeah, keep in mind they do still have time to adjust. There's
Yeah, that's what I was
about,
gonna say.
Chad
there's about
Ruedel.
12 to 11 games left.
Yeah, I was
per
gonna say
team.
chemistry is like a big factor,
Mhm.
right?
And I think Pittsburgh right now is a playoff team.
Yeah, they're 3rd in the Metro.
Yeah.
Them and the Rangers keep trading 2nd and 3rd.
Yeah.
Is the Metro basically set at this point?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
It's Carolina, Rangers, Pittsburgh, Washington.
Okay.
And Washington's gonna be in the wild card.
The Islanders honestly can make a run if they win every single game. the rest
They
of the
could,
season.
but
It-
what? How many? Give me a second. The Rangers
lot.
are 21 points ahead of them. So at the very most,
So that's what is that?
Well, they
7
only
games?
need a wild card spot. So they
if
need
you go by 2 games, well, it's 2 games. It's
who's
2 points.
who's the
per
second wild
Oh,
card team right
so
now?
that's like 10
They're in
games.
the Atlantic.
So that's like 10 games then.
Yeah,
Islanders?
Okay.
10 games at the most,
Okay.
We're talking
and
about
there's
the Islanders right
close
now?
to 10 games. Like
So
the
they're-
Rangers,
So the Rangers.
the
are good.
Rangers are honestly like a couple games away from clinching.
Okay. That's okay. That's fine. That's so yeah. Who do you got? Who do you guys want to play in the?
The Islanders are only 11 points out of the wild card. That's not that bad.
So that's 5 games. 5.5.
The Rangers have 12 games left. The Islanders have 14 games left.
But aren't the Rangers 21 points ahead of?
Well, I'm not saying the Rangers are gonna
Yeah,
fall. How far?
yeah.
So the Capitals could fall out potentially. If-
Penguins are
that'd be a-
92.
Damn.
I don't want to play the Islanders.
You know, it's
I'll tell
funny
that much.
because Tampa's a
Are
wild
they
card
hot?
team and have more points
They
than the
always beat us.
Rangers. Tampa's got 93 points.
They just have Shesterkin's
Yeah.
they have a leg. up on
Honestly, if you
Shesterkin.
look at most of the Eastern Conference teams that are in like the 90s and the mid 90s with points, they could, if they were in the Western Conference, they could probably be the division or one of the division winners.
I mean,
Because the
it
Western
can go-
Conference is just so weak.
Montreal made
and
the
Justin Braun just scored his first goal as a Ranger.
Woo!
Justin Braun!
I mean, again, Montreal made the Stanley Cup last year.
Who got the
Anything
assist?
can happen.
Oh, Schneids and Kopp with the assists on that. Good apples, boys. Good apples. Speaking of Andrew Kopp, this is, oh my God, what a great segue to my number 3 trade at my top 5 list. Andrew Kopp to the New York Rangers. I could have put so many Ranger deals on this list. The Vetrano trade,
Vin,
Danny.
why did you number them 1, 1, 1?
It glitched. Don't worry about it.
Continue.
We did talk about. Hey, Danny.
When did we talk about
We
that?
talked
Did I
about the beginning
Danny
of the
live
show.
on air?
You
Uh-huh.
Danny'd live on air.
Man.
He Danny'd live on air.
Man.
Which
alright.
mic is his? Which mic is yours? That one?
I don't know.
Danny?
We don't have.
Vin, I can kick you out of the station
This is
right
true.
now.
He's still the president.
I'll
as of right
kick
now.
you out of the station.
But yeah, the number 3.
You're fired.
I put this trade on the list because
Okay.
they've
Overthrow
got
you.
Kopp has had such great chemistry with Panarin and Strome since being traded. And the Rangers have been they've been a little shaky against opponents they should be kicking the snot out of. But when it comes down to it, they beat the teams they should. Pittsburgh, Tampa Bay. They've beaten Florida twice this season, I'm pretty sure. I mean, they're the best team in the East. So
You lost to us.
yeah, but also, I mean,
You're beating us now, so I can't say anything.
I'm gonna just let him
I'm gonna throw them in the Hudson at some point.
Why the Hudson?
because the Hudson is better than the East.
It's true. It's the Hudson River rivalry, baby. But yeah, but Winnipeg got in return for Andrew Kopp, Morgan Barron, who was never gonna develop into a star here because there's just too much clog of talent they have in the top 6. So Morgan Barron was never gonna get a shot. Two conditional second-round picks and a 5th-round pick. What a
Gotcha.
great trade by Drury. I mean, Drury made some great trades at the deadline. I mean, he got a lot of pieces that they needed. But yeah, I mean, the Rangers have been 4-2-1 since the trade. Kopp has 8 points, 3 goals, 5 assists, averaging 18 minutes. 18 and a half minutes, and he's got a +4.
So what's like a substantial amount of minutes? Like how much would like Crosby play or something?
Well, if we're talking top players, Adam Fox averages about 24 minutes.
Isn't it different though for defenders though?
Yeah, well, defenders get more time. Have to.
So how
So
much-
isn't Crop? Is it?
Crosby.
Actually,
Kopp's
wait,
Kopp's
I
a
have.
winger,
Guess
right?
what? I could check my Rangers spreadsheet that I made. I made a
You have to
spreadsheet.
update it though.
I updated it last weekend.
All right.
Or
Anyways,
over this past weekend.
um,
I'll get it for you guys. Watch
but
this.
yeah, there's definitely been a lot of like.
Here it is.
There's like a bit of
my
like resurgence almost
spreadsheet.
with the Rangers and like the talent that they acquired.
Yeah,
So
so like
that's definitely been good to see.
guys
in
like
the
Trouba
leagues
and
as
Fox
opposed-
have plus 20 minutes of ice time a game. Danny Lindgren has 20 minutes. If you're looking at forwards,
Yeah, like Lafreniere. I know he's like your best player, one of your best players.
not really.
No.
What?
He's
Not
one- he's like our
Lafreniere.
best
Oh, I
prospect.
meant-
Panarin, Zibanejad,
Breadman. I messed
Kreider,
up
Strome,
Breadman,
Gaudreau.
Breadman, never mind.
Bremen and Mika.
Bredman and Meek are both averaging 19. Kreider's averaging 18. Strome's averaging 18. Gaudreau is 16. Lafreniere's 13. That's only because he's on the 3rd line.
Laf's a third liner.
Bro,
Yeah.
our top six is Zibanejad, Vetrano, Kreider, Kopp, Strome, Panarin.
God.
And then the 3rd line is Gaudreau, Hedel, Luff. And
Why'd
then
you bring Panarin off the bench?
it doesn't really matter where you
It's
put.
the first 2 lines, just same thing.
Well,
Basically.
Kreider and Zibanejad have been playing together for probably almost the past decade.
Oh, okay.
It's been. They traded for Zibanejad in what, 2014, 2015?
Last 5 years at least.
Yeah, I'm gonna
They've been around forever.
I'm jujuling it.
All right. Anyways, then Vin has his second trade,
Oh yes, my top trade.
which looks like a dud.
a dud.
Max Domi goes to Carolina.
Oh
in a
yes, my
three-team
Max
trade.
Domi trade.
This
This was one of the most interesting trades, I think, of the deadline. And I put it up here solely because Max Domi's a wily veteran in the league and he brings a lot to the table.
He's also a name that people recognize.
Yeah,
like
he's
I know
a very
Max Domi.
big name. A lot of people recognize Max Domi. I think that's why Carolina brought him in. But it hasn't been
mean,
so well.
Since the deadline, Carolina's 4-1-2, but I don't know how much that's attributed to Max Domi rather than
assists the guy
Carolina
has.
just being good.
the guy's got 3 assists and Columbus got
But he plays less. He plays
Yeah,
11
I
minutes
mean,
of ice time.
and they didn't really give up that much. Columbus got Aiden Hrushchuk and Florida got Igor Korshkov and a 2026th. So like you didn't give up much. I mean,
But
it just
my
not
point is
working?
like they're not using him. He's probably getting like bottom line minutes. 11-19 of ice time.
Yeah, I mean, but also Carolina's so deep.
They are deep, yeah. So like, but with a name like Domi, he has a big cap hit, doesn't he?
Yeah.
With that, you're not paying for a. Granted, I don't think it really matters at this point. You're really going for a cup, but you're not paying for, third or fourth line with Max Domi.
Mm-hmm.
Is he on a contract year or how much?
I have no idea.
I don't think so.
Okay.
But with that being said, I'm gonna keep this ball rolling. We're all tired here. But we love doing this. I love talking sports with these guys on Tuesday nights. But,
I do too.
You know, sometimes you're tired. You want to get out of here, and that's okay. It's all human nature, baby. Let's go on to the top trade of the deadline. Probably the thing I think is the best trade going into the playoffs. It's Marc-Andre Fleury. Probably the premier goaltender of the 2010s. Won 2 Stanley Cups with Pittsburgh. Had a resurgence in Colorado. He won the Vezina, I think, with Vegas or Chicago, one of the two teams. Vegas. And he got traded to Minnesota at the deadline. And Chicago had a conditional 2020. They didn't get a lot. Fleury wanted to clean his hands of the Blackhawks soap opera drama. Honestly, I would too. But it's been good. Minnesota is 6-1 since the deadline. Fleury's 3-0 with a .922 save percentage.
I was gonna say, when did Minnesota get? Minnesota also is kind of
Minnesota last year kind of had their breakout season. Kaprizov really, really came out of nowhere. Like, the kid is awesome. He's on fire, Kirill Kaprizov. And just, they have a great supporting cast, and the defense is pretty solid. Matt Dumba is a great leader on the team. And, I mean, Cam Talbot was good, but now he's going to transition back to a backup like he did in New York. So we'll see how that goes. They're gonna be a good playoff team, but if can they get past Calgary? Maybe. Can they get past Colorado? I don't think so.
Doesn't Calgary always kind of sell?
Yeah.
So most of the Canadian teams sell in the playoffs.
Remember.
Calgary, Toronto, Edmonton all sell. They all sell. But you know what? We'll see come playoff time. The Stanley Cup playoffs, it's the most wonderful time of the year because anything can happen. But
I hate to break it to you, the most wonderful time of the year just ended.
Yeah.
It all goes downhill from here.
It really does.
No, it does not,
Yes,
because
it
the
does.
Masters starts.
Oh my
this
God,
week.
Danny! I
And
don't want to listen. I don't want to listen to
hate
Danny
break it
talk
to you.
about
The Masters
Tiger
doesn't have anything on
Woods.
the first 2 rounds
So
of the
with that
NCAA
being said, we're going to cut to a
Tiger
quick
Woods is
commercial
playing.
brought to you by WB Mason. Get all your paper products from
Tiger
WB
Woods
Mason.
Hey, no free ads.
No free ads.
free
When we
ads.
come back, we're going to talk baseball and WrestleMania, and nobody can stop me because I'm also going to make mac and cheese live on air.
Tiger Woods is playing in the Masters next week. Woo!
Let's go, Tiger!
Tiger!